relationships are going to be tested. This season, there will be even more twists and turns and bigger surprises than ever. You all look nervous.
Yeah.
You should be.
Daddy's home.
I love to win. I'm coming.
Welcome back, Islanders! The wait is finally over. Love Island Games. Season 2 is here, and the trailer already promised more twists, more turns, and the biggest prize in US Love Island history. But that's not even the half of it. This season isn't just about love. It's about strategy, survival, and money first. That means every hug, every kiss, every whispered promise is going to come with a question mark. Is it real or is it gameplay? And trust me, by the end of this premiere, you're going to be questioning everything you thought you knew about your favorites. So stay with me, because in just a minute, we're going to break down who's already standing next to who and what those early pairings might mean for the drama ahead. But before we dive into the predictions, hit that subscribe button right now so you don't miss a single update this season. You're going to want to be here for every twist. Now, let's talk about this cast. Right after that teaser, the lineup looks stacked. We've got some familiar faces and some surprising returns. From Love Island USA alone, we've got KK from Season 5, Chris and Andrina from Season 7, Isaiah from Season 4, and even Josh from back in Season 3. Add Andrea from Season 6, and you can already see producers are setting up rivalries across multiple seasons. But here's where it gets interesting. When you freeze the shot of the Islanders standing in formation, you notice patterns. Chris is right next to KK. Andrina is lined up with Tyreek. And if you watched Love Island UK, you already know Tyreek brings drama wherever he goes. Meanwhile, Isaiah looks paired with Nicola, and Kendall seems close to Lucinda. But are these actual couples, or just clever camera placement to throw us off? And that's the game within the game. The show is teasing couples before the Islanders even make a choice. Stay with me, because later we'll talk about the bombshell that could shatter these early alliances before they even begin. And just when you think you figured out who's standing with who, boom, the bombshell hits. You saw it in the trailer. Daddy's home. That's Charlie walking back in with Celine. And the timing couldn't be more intentional. Producers aren't even waiting for things to settle before they throw a curveball into the villa. Now, if you know Charlie, you know his energy. He doesn't just join a cast, he disrupts it. So imagine the ripple effect. Couples just forming, people just testing the waters, and suddenly Charlie shows up ready to claim his space. Who gets jealous first? Who feels threatened? Who flips alliances the moment he enters? And here's the bigger question. Is Charlie really the first bombshell or just the first distraction? Because Love Island Games has a pattern. They drop someone early to create chaos, then double down with another twist you never saw coming. Stay with me, because later in this video, we'll talk about which exes might return and how that could blow this entire season wide open. Now, let's talk about the moves that could really shake this season, the exes. Because if you think producers are going to leave past drama untouched, think again. KK's ex, Keenan, is almost a lock to show up. If you watched Love Island USA Season 5, you remember how messy their story was, reuniting them inside a game where loyalty equals prize money. That's not just good TV, that's explosive strategy. Imagine KK trying to focus on Chris, but then Keenan walks in with that smirk, ready to test her resolve. And then there's Rob from Season 6. He hinted he was done with Love Island, but let's be real, bombshells thrive on shock value. Bringing him back, even just for a week, could flip the villa upside down. But here's what makes this season different. This isn't just about finding love. This is Love Island Games. The rules are money first, romance second, which means exes don't just come back to stir emotions, they come back to ruin strategies. Every rekindled flame, every jealous outburst, every late-night whisper could be the difference between someone walking out with the biggest prize in Love Island history or walking out with nothing. And the craziest part? This season's prize pool is the highest we've ever seen. So ask yourself, if you were in the villa, would you protect your heart or play the game for the money? Here's the real question we all have to sit with. Is Love Island Games even about love anymore? Or is love just the bait to keep us watching while everyone secretly plays for the cash? Think about it. The first season made it clear that money comes first, romance second. And in this new season, with the prize pot bigger than ever, that gap just got wider. Islanders are walking in already saying it. I'm here to win. They know relationships can fade after the cameras stop rolling, but prize money stays in the bank. But that's the beauty of this spin-off. It forces contestants to show their true priorities. Do they guard their emotions or gamble them for strategy? Do they stay loyal when it costs them the game or pivot when the money's on the line? That tension between real connection and calculated move is why this season could end up even messier than Season 7 of Love Island USA. And let's be honest, reality TV has always been a mirror. These games aren't just about the Islanders, they reflect the choices we make too. How often in life do people chase what's stable instead of what feels right? How often do we trade love for security or security for love? That's why the drama hits harder, because behind the neon lights, the arguments, the bombshells, it's still about one of the oldest dilemmas, heart versus survival. So as this season unfolds, stay with me, because the question isn't just who couples up with who, it's who's willing to risk it all when the stakes get real. So here we are, on the edge of what could be the wildest season of Love Island games yet. We've got bigger prizes, returning exes, bombshells already dropping, and Islanders who are openly saying they'll play for money before love. If Season 1 was messy, Season 2 is about to rewrite the rulebook. But the question still lingers. When the lights dim and the final recoupling happens, will it be strategy that wins? Or will love surprise us all? Stay with me, because we're just getting started, and the next episodes are only going to get more explosive. If you've made it this far, you know I've got more breakdowns, more behind the scenes, and more predictions coming your way. So don't just scroll past. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join me for the ride. Because when the next bombshell walks in, you'll want to be here first. Until then, drop your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think is playing for love, and who's playing for the bag? Let's talk about it.